said 55 to 65 years old are going to be cut off with no kids under 14.
What?
Cut off from your benefits, your food stamps. Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Thank you so very much, y'all. Because you could be somewhere else, but you're here watching me. And I appreciate you people. I appreciate it. Y'all think I be lying when I say I do, but I'm not lying. And I thank you for watching the whole entire video. It helps me out. Thank you when you do that. All right. Today, y'all, I'm going to play a video of a young lady who says that people 55 to 65 is going to be cut off from their benefits. Now, I know she's talking about food stamps. I don't know about Section 8. But if you don't have any children under age 14 and under, you're going to lose your benefits. You're going to lose the food stamps, y'all. And I know some of y'all on food stamps, you seniors. I know you are, because isn't 55 years old a senior? Isn't it considered a senior? Well, we know 60 and 65 is, but they want to cut y'all off. And this is why I tell y'all, don't be dependent on anyone. You can't depend on your family members. You can't depend on friends. You can't depend on a job because they will fire your ass. If all this can happen to you, what make you think you can depend on the government? Don't depend on the government, y'all. Y'all think y'all can't fall. You think you can't because you're getting that Social Security check, that SSI check, that disability check. You think the government won't cut you off from your other benefits. The government is broke. Do you understand? We are in debt, and we will never, ever get out of debt as long as we have people who refuse to do better in life, to change their life forever, for the good. Never. And not only that, y'all, it's just sad. It's sad that it has to come to this. It's sad that they want the elderly to work. It's sad. And I think mostly too because, I'm not lying, these young people, they don't like to work. They only like to hustle, rob, steal, lay up on their parents. And the parents don't make them do anything. They just like roaming the streets, tearing up shit. Y'all think I'm lying? You know I'm not lying. You know I'm not lying, all right? I'm not saying all of them, but I think a whole bunch of young'uns are not working. And what is that going to do later on to the economy? What is that going to do when it comes to Social Security later on when they try to apply for it? What do you think is going to happen? Put it on down in the comment section. All right, let me play her video, y'all. Listen to her and what she says. Of course, I had to do my little research to find out if she's telling the truth, because some people be lying on TikTok. They do. Some of them lie. I understand. But y'all, I want to thank you for the PayPal, the Cash App, to buy me a coffee. Thank you so much for this coffee. And thank you for the super thanks. I truly appreciate it. There you go again. You said truly appreciate. I do. I thank you for those blessings. I really do. Yeah. Okay. And I thank you also for buying my Avon. Thank you so much for the Avon, y'all. Y'all trying to get Sandfay on that trip. I know you are. I know you're trying to get me to Los Cabos. I know you are. Ooh, y'all, this right here. Let me show you this. This is a new vitamin C Glow Body Sugar Scrub. This is 9 ounces, y'all. And you can find this in C13, page 50. All right? And it's vegan and cruelty free. That's what it says. What's cruelty free? They ain't beating no animals or nothing like that. Is that what that means? It's $21. $21 on page 50. And this is for dull, dry skin. And it has like a citrus scent. All right? Thank you for listening to that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And don't forget to go on over there to Hush. 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 Hush perfume oils. You're going to love them. Oh, yes, you are. You're going to love them. And every time someone buy a bottle, I always send them a sample. Try your sample and see if you like it, okay? My oils are wonderful. They're great. I'm not just saying it because it's mine. And they're good for gift giving, okay? Even your teenager will like this. Your friend, your family member, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, whoever you want to give it to, all right? Moving right along. Here we go. Let's pull this young lady up. Her video is about 5 minutes, but I'm going to jump in every now and then. I'm going to try not to do it too much unless she say something crazy. All right, here we go.
Listen up, people. We have a new topic to talk about. All right. The Financial Wire came out with their announcement. The announcement states that SNAP recipients aged 55 to 65 with no children under 14 must now show 80 hours of work or job training or lose their benefits.
She's talking about 80 hours a month. That's really like part-time, 20 hours a week. Can you work 20 hours a week? Age 55 to 65, I'm talking to you guys. Can you work 20 hours a week? The thing is, though, do you want to work 20 hours a week? Especially if you're 62 and you thought you was retired and you didn't have to go back to work. Especially that age. And you drawing your Social Security, even though it's not enough. Maybe you live in Section 8. Maybe you live in a low-income, subsidized apartment or house. Maybe you do it. Maybe that's why you can afford to stay there with your Social Security. But do you want to go back to work? Because the majority of y'all don't have no kids. You don't have any kids at that age unless you have your grandkids, unless you got custody of your grandchildren. Are your children going to let you claim their children that they live with you? Are they going to do that for you? You know, people cheat the system now. They cheat the system. They're going to go and get those grandkids and be like, hey, they live with me. Even though some of them do. Some of them barely see their mammies. Some of them do live with their grandparents. Some of them do. Okay? Let's continue on. See what else she said. My goodness. Oh, Lord. I feel so sorry for some of y'all.
Right? Before some of you all start panicking, like some of you delusional Democrats often do, when people get out here and put this shit out here. Before you all start panicking, first off, people that are receiving benefits, SNAP benefits, that are either disabled, retired, or receiving benefits such as that nature, you will not be bothered.
You hear that? You will not be bothered. But they're not going to listen to you, honey. They have selective hearing. They're not going to hear what you're saying when you said disabled and seniors. Okay? They don't hear that. They never hear that. They still going to put something stupid down in your comment section.
You will not be bothered. This is basically talking about the people that are 55 years old, 65 years old. They're not talking about the ones that are still working, because you have people in their 70s that are still working. Mm-hmm. But they're talking about these people that walk around in these streets, these crackheads. They got the crack dealers with their cards.
It ain't just the crackheads, honey. It ain't just the crackheads. Okay, you got some people 55 to 62 that's not crackheads. And they've been living on the government system their whole entire life because you know what? What? Why? Why? Because they got a whole bunch of kids too. And probably had 4 or 5 kids. Maybe 10, some of y'all. Still on the system because you waited till the last moment in your 40s before you could even, maybe some of y'all almost 50 and had a damn children. That's a crying damn shame. Why would you want to be bothered with a baby, a child at that age, especially when they become a teenager? Y'all know how teenagers are. Bad as hell, some of them. You can't tell them nothing because they think they grown. They think they grown, y'all. Whew, and you better not do a backhand slap. What they gonna do? Call the popo on you. Call the popo. Let one do that to me. Let one of them do it. They'll never, 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 never get another birthday gift, Christmas gift. They'll never get nothing from me. No money. You know how they be calling you? Nanny, do you have $25? Do you have $100? My life's about to get cut off. Do you have it? I would never help you again. Moving right along.
These folks that ain't never worked a day in their life, not receiving disability benefits, not receiving anything, they're around here using the government's welfare with no children and getting the benefits. These are the individuals that we are talking about. We're not talking about no able-bodied, good American citizens or whatever. We're talking about the ones that go out here, don't have nothing going for themselves, never hit a lick of a snake, always running out here, getting welfare, getting that.
They don't care. They love welfare. They love everything about it. They love food stamps. They love Section 8. They love everything that they can get from the government. And they sit and they stay idle because they've been what? They've been spoiled. They say y'all spoiled though. They say y'all are spoiled. You talking about these white people. They say y'all privileged. They say y'all privileged. But to me, they got that backwards, y'all. The ones who are privileged are the ones who's been sitting their life longest on the system forever. Even though they working, some of them, they still on the system. They still getting food stamps. They still live in Section 8. They can never do better in life. And they don't want to do better. They don't want to do better. Like I said before, y'all, there should be a time limit. There should be a time limit that someone stay on government benefits. It should. How we going to make them get up off their ass? And we keep giving and giving and giving and giving. They keep taking and taking and taking and taking. They don't care. They don't care. That's why they still sitting there.
$200-300 a month. Don't hardly see it. There's a lot of crackheads that are getting these cars that don't even.
I don't know why she's so focused on the crackheads. I don't know why she focused, honey. Don't just focus on the crackheads. Don't just focus on them, okay? We got other type of food stamp fraud people living on the system forever. Though we got a lot of them, all right?
Have their cars in their hand. Their drug dealers got their cars, or their family members got their cars, and they're out in the street homeless, and they don't even try to make sure that they're getting fed. These are the individuals that they are talking about. These ones that are unnecessarily using SNAP benefits for no good reason. For no reason.
They think they have a reason. They think they have a reason. I can't feed myself. I'm lazy. I'm not better than an animal who can feed its kids. I can't feed my kids. I can't feed myself. I can't do what it takes to get food on my own. I can't do what it takes. I've been this way my whole entire life. Why y'all talking about me? Why? I can't help who I am. This is the way I was raised. This is the way I was born. This is the way I was taught. I can't help it. I can't do no better. I know I can do better, but I don't want to. Why? Why I got to pay all these damn taxes? I don't want to pay all them taxes like you working class people. I don't want to. I don't want to go to the grocery store and have only just not even a half a cart of food. I don't want that. I don't want that for myself. I want a full cart. I want 2 carts, 3. I don't want that. I don't want to be poor like y'all. Even though I'm poor, y'all consider me poor because I'm getting government benefits. Y'all poorer than me. Y'all got to spend your whole damn check living paycheck to paycheck. And then y'all get mad at me when you see me in the grocery store with all my food filled up high. Y'all get mad.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna say this, and this is what type of stuff we have going on. The reason why I talk so much about our black culture, because our black culture is getting so to the point where it is.
Honey, it ain't just the black culture anymore. Okay? Yes, there's a lot of blacks on government assistance. There are whites on there, Spanish people, Asian. I don't think it's really that many Asian people. I really don't. Or Indian people. I don't think so. But the blacks and the whites, they tearing it up.
Almost fucking itself up. You got drug dealers that will go and take the crackheads to the welfare office, go get them some benefits, keep their card in exchange for drugs. These are the people that we are talking about. The ones that have lived their lives, have not got up, have not tried to do nothing
Right.
in life,
Right.
but want the states to take care of them. And they're 55 and 65, because we have people out there that's at that age that have never done nothing beneficial.
You so right, honey child. You
Those
are
are the
so
people
right.
they were talking about. Now, a lot of y'all gonna come to me talking about, but what about the needy people? What about these people what about me? I'm gonna tell you all something, and I'm gonna keep this thing real. They got soup kitchens, they got food banks, they got all kind of places.
That ain't the kind. That's not the type of food they want, though. Can you talk? That's not what they want. They want the good food, the luxury food. That's what they want. And they want what? They want what? Snacks on snacks on snacks. That's what they want. Okay? They don't want that stuff at the food bank. And you look at some of that stuff and it be expired. I used to always wonder about that, y'all. Why at the food banks do y'all give people expired food? I wouldn't do that. If I'm going to donate to a food bank, I'm not going to give them expired food, expiration date. Well, Sandfay girl, sometimes it can last past that. Well, how do you know somebody's stomach can take that? How do you know? I don't eat expired food. I always look at my cans, my chips, whatever I buy, my meat. I always look at the date, the expiration date. I look at the cereal. I look at every last one of them. That's why it takes me so long in the store. And people don't like to go with me when I go to the store. That's why.
For people, but at this point in stage where people are misusing the government, where people are misusing the funds that the government give them, where people are doing this, we have a great number of people that have mismanaged.
Not only that, not just mismanaged, sold they stamps for money. That's fraud, isn't it? Do they ever get caught? No. Some people say they call in on them, but the food stamp office don't do nothing about it. Is it because maybe, just maybe, they got so many cases, they can't look into it? Do you know how much fraud that there is with the government benefits? Do you know? Can you imagine? Yeah. A whole lot. They ain't got enough workers for that. I'm gonna let you know that right now. They don't. That's why a lot of people get away with stuff.
These welfare benefits. So we're just going to keep the stuff like it is. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it real. I live in a community where I see it all the time. Drug dealers have 10, 12 people food stamps card, 20 people cards.
Still talking about them drug dealers.
So, come on. We're living in a society in a day and age where people are trying to get rid of fraud, get rid of mismanagement, get rid of people that are wasting.
You're never going to get rid of that, people. Just be honest with yourself. Never. It's going to keep going on until the end of what? Until the end of time. Until this world is no more. It's going to always be people cheating the system. If it ain't the government system, it'll be another type of system. But they're going to always be around till the end of time.
It's bad enough we had the immigrants coming out here. Then we also have Americans that are being wasteful recipients. So when you all see that, don't panic. Because if you are good, or you are retired, or you are receiving disability, it does not affect you. But if we have individuals that are around here that are 55 years old that have never had a job, never paid into nothing, never had anything, never done anything, never accomplished anything, but here it is, they're getting $300 in food stamps. Where's the fairness in that?
Tell them, girl. Tell them.
So I'm just putting that out there, making sure that nobody gets upset, making sure that nobody's just fucking mad, making
She made a video with her bonnet on, y'all. That's all right. It's all about what? It's all about the message.
sure that the Democrats do not continue to keep rage baiting people when they are delusional. People, I don't want to see people take it too here, talking about, oh my God, what my mama gonna do? What my
Is this woman a Republican? She speaks like one. She's talking about the Democrats. She speaks like a Republican. Is she a Republican, y'all? Is she? I ain't mad at her. I'm not mad. If she was a Democrat, I still wouldn't be mad at her because she's speaking what? She is speaking facts. Facts on facts on facts.
daddy gonna do, what my Uncle Bo Peep gonna do, what so-and-so gonna do. He's 55 years old, he's 65 years old, just the same as Section 8. Section 8 is gonna come to an end too.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Y'all think so? Section 8 gonna come to an end? I think Section 8 really should be for the elderly. People keep getting discount on apartments, houses. Section 8 is helping them. But they don't help the seniors, and they know the seniors only get what? A Social Security check. The majority of them do. A majority of them do not get 2 checks, y'all. Don't get me wrong, they got senior places where they can live at low cost, subsidized. But it's not like Section 8, okay? There's a lot of senior buildings. I live in one, but it's not Section 8. So I don't understand why they don't help the seniors more. But the seniors can't get on Section 8 because they what? They got so many people done set their ass on Section 8 for years, y'all. Years. Years. Y'all think I'm lying. I ain't lying. Y'all know I'm not.
A lot of things that were people leaned on, depended on, instead of getting up on your feet and getting in and taking it and doing what you needed to do with it, and it's going to come to an end, people. It is going to come to an end.
I might. She might be telling
We got to prepare ourselves for when it do come to an end.
Yeah.
We got to make sure that we have a plan B
Right.
in place. So at the end of the day, people, y'all better get y'all shit together because it is not going to always be an open door policy. A lot of these doors going to be closed and you're going to have to open them yourself.
Thank you, Hunter Child. Thank you. Thank you. But not only do you need a plan B, hell, you just might need a plan C, D, E, F, G until you get it right. Okay? If your plan B fails, there's 25 more damn letters in the alphabet. Just remember that, okay? You're going to keep on doing, keep on going strong until you get it right. Don't stop, don't give up. That's some of y'all problems right there. You give up too damn soon. Is this young lady telling the truth? Is she? So you know I had to do my little research to find out. I went to Google. Google said, because I asked the question about what she said, Google said, yes, she's right. This is partially true, Google said. Under expanded rules for the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, SNAP, work requirements now apply to adults aged 55 to 64. And parents are only exempt from these mandates if they care for a child under the age of 14. Y'all, this is what they say. The age bracket, move on down below. The upper age limit for able-bodied adults subject to work rules was raised from 55 to 64. Good Lord. You know, some of y'all 64 and decrepit. Like I said, you got your grandkids living with you. Or maybe some of y'all crazy. Some people adopt kids at a later age. Why? I wouldn't. It's time to be peaceful. It's time to enjoy your life. Why? At the very bottom, it says, if you do not meet these requirements or fail to report an exemption, you are generally limited to receiving SNAP benefits for just 3 months out of a 3-year period. My goodness, y'all. Affected adults. What is required? Affected adults must work, volunteer, or participate in an approved job training program for at least 80 hours per month. 20 hours per week. Volunteer 20 hours every week and I'm not getting paid? I don't think so. I don't think so. I got to get some money for my effort. I got to get some money for getting up out my damn bed. I got to get some money. All right. So go down there in the comment section and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Did you think this young lady was right in what she was saying? Some of y'all depending on the government. And now you're upset about this new rule. 55 to 64. Some of y'all old and can barely move. You can barely move, but I guess they figure, well, hell, if you can, watch your grandkids, have custody of your grandkids, custody of somebody's kids, then you can work then. Maybe that's what they think. Maybe, just maybe. But as we know, majority of people, elderly people, do not get 2 checks because a lot of them didn't work long enough to get a retirement check from their jobs. And whose fault is that? Whose fault is it? Whose fault? Whose fault is it? Let me get out of here. With all that being said, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And watch the next video coming up. Thank you.
Yeah.